What's up everyone? Welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to be doing a software update on the Garmin EchoMap 126 SV. There's a couple different ways to do a software update on a Garmin unit. Today we're going to be talking about how to do it from an SD card and your computer. So what we're going to need is an SD card, and all these units come with a little SD slot, and you'll see that this one is a micro SD card. So we're going to need a micro SD card to update this, and we're going to take it over to the computer, download the software off of Garmin's website, and throw it back onto that card, and then throw it back on this unit. So let's head over to the computer and we'll get that software update on the card and then bring it back over here to the boat and get everything to the latest and greatest software update. So now that we're over here at our computer, what you're going to want to do is go to Garmin's website, but I'll put a link to this exact page here. But if you need to find it on your own, you go to Garmin and then you go to Marine and click on the chart plotters and fish finders, and then that's going to take you to the next screen where you have to find your graph. So once you're on this next screen where you have all the graphs, you're going to scroll down, and in this video we're going to update the EchoMap, and I can't find it, so we're just going to click on this guy. And we're going to just click on this Ultra 2. I guess my graph is no longer made, possibly. So we're going to try and find it this way. But basically, you're going to click on your graph that you want to update, and then scroll to the bottom. And once this actually refreshes, it'll move all these symbols down to the very bottom. See there, it refreshed. So now we scroll down to the very bottom through all the information on the item, and we're going to click on this here, software. When we do that, it's going to take us to the next page where it talks about software, and on this page we're going to click on Garmin support/software marine. So now it's going to take us to the marine device software updates. Scroll to the bottom of this, and we're going to download updates manually. So open that up, and you'll see the GPSMAP, which I made a video on, Legacy GPSMAP, and then EchoMap series. So we're going to go to here and we're going to click download. Okay, so it's going to say updates and downloads. You scroll all the way down to the bottom and agree to the above terms and want to proceed to the download page. So we'll click on that. And then it's going to take us to the download page for the EchoMap with the SD card. So if you scroll down, you'll see all of the graphs that are relevant to this update. So mine is the EchoMap Ultra, and it's the 126 SV. So that's on there, and it shows the latest update. So 29.01 is what we're getting ready to update. So I'll go ahead and click download, and it'll pop up in this top right corner as a download. I've already downloaded this, so in order to save time, it could take depending on your internet, it could take at least 20 minutes, possibly even more. So yeah, so I already downloaded it. So we go into here, and you got EchoMap with SD card, and you'll notice that it's a compressed file. So we don't want to take that compressed file to our SD card because it won't actually work. What we're going to do is we're going to come here and say extract all, and then we're going to pick where it's going to save, click extract, and it's going to do all that, and it'll take a little bit to get that on there. Show up as EchoMap with SD card, but it's not going to have the compressed folder here. We're going to take this SD card and we're going to go and format it, and what formatting does is it erases everything on that SD card and makes it basically wipes it a clean slate. So if you have something on that SD card that you don't want to lose, you might want to drag it to your computer or just get a different SD card. But like I said earlier in the video, you want an SD card that's 32 gigabytes or less. So this is a 32 gigabyte. We're going to start the formatting. It's going to say formatting will erase everything on here, which I already talked about, and close out of that, and then come back in here, and you'll notice that your SD card is completely empty. So we'll go to our downloads that we just did, and you'll see here is where we extracted that out. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to drag this Garmin folder to my SD card. And so now, after this loads on here, we'll have an SD card that has nothing but just a Garmin folder on it. So once that downloads, we'll be able to eject our card and take it over to the graph. All right, so now I have my SD card with my Garmin folder on it. I'm going to come here and actually I'll go here on the SD card and right click, eject, and it'll say safe to remove hardware. So then I'll remove this, we'll take it over to our graph and put our software update on there. So we're back at our graph. Like I said earlier in the video, this graph takes a micro SD card. So I'm going to take the micro SD card part out of the standard part, and I just have my micro SD card left. And so we're going to take that and install that into the SD card slot, push that in, and then you'll see it'll pop up and say software update card. So I'm going to come here and I'll click software update, and it'll say it takes a long time, do not interrupt it. So it's very important that when you do a software update, your batteries are, you don't have any battery issues that could possibly allow this to shut off. So right now mine are plugged into the wall in the charger, and I'm not really worried about the batteries dying or anything like that. You also don't want to turn it off manually or unplug it or anything to disrupt this software update. It could possibly mess up the software, corrupt it, and then you may have a graph that you either have to send into Garmin or it just doesn't work. So you want to make sure that you definitely do not interrupt this while it's doing its software update, because you don't know what might happen out of the deal. So we're ready to continue, so we're going to say yes, and then it's going to go through all of its software update stuff. It could possibly take a while. This is one of those deals where I usually just walk away. You can see where it's going up in percentages, but sometimes the screen will lock up and it'll just kind of sit there and think for a while, and it kind of makes you nervous, but really you're better off just walking away and not looking at it, because you definitely don't want to like freak out and turn it off because you think something's wrong. Just walk away, come back 15-30 minutes later, and it should be updated, and it'll reboot itself, and then we'll end up showing you the new update and how to verify the software that's on this screen and make sure that the update actually works. So there you can see it says software loading, but I think whenever my other graph got done with its update, it had a message that said you want to restart it now. So you may have to reboot it again once the graph has finished its software update. It seems like it's going well so far. I think it's almost done. So we're going to stick around and just see the rest of it. So like I said earlier, this screen may go black and freeze up, and it kind of makes you think it's not actually doing anything, but just be patient. Walk away if you need to, if you're impatient, and work on something else in the garage or something like that. And then it'll beep and come back up here in a little bit, and we'll be able to finish up our software update with that reboot, and then verify the software actually got put on there. And a lot of times, if your like GLS box, so your LiveScope black box, if that is not up to date, that will also come on these updated software updates that Garmin puts out. So let's say my GLS 10 wasn't up to date, it would, yeah, see actually right now as we speak, it is doing that update. So I had my version on the wrong version. It hasn't been updated in a while, and it's updating it to the 2.79. So that Garmin will, when you do that update, it's going to update your graph as well as anything that's networked to it. So in this case, my black box is networked to it, and it will update that as well. Not sure why that's making really weird lines. Probably the polarization in the graph, but it looks really weird with my camera. Hopefully it looks good on the video later, but if not, hopefully you can at least see enough to know what you're doing for this software update. So it looks like it's about 90%, almost done, and hopefully, I think it already did the graph portion of it. Now it's just finishing up the black box portion of it, but we're almost there, 100%. So now it'll say update complete, select OK to restart the device. So I'll touch OK, and it should restart the device, hopefully. There you go. So now it's rebooting the device, and it'll come back to the normal screen. Our software update will be updated to the latest and greatest, and we'll be able to verify that by going into the system information and looking at the software information. Here in a little bit I'll show you. So wait for it to pop back up. And sometimes this takes longer than others. It just kind of depends on the graph and how fast the processor is in it and everything. So it looks like it's rebooting. It takes a little bit longer than like a normal reboot. Normal reboot would be a little bit faster, but since we just did a software update, it's going to take a little bit longer. But looks like it's about ready to go. And we'll click agree, and then we're going to go into the menu, go home, home, and then settings, and then we're going to go to system, go system information, software information, and then you'll see on here, see if I can find it, right there. So it says software version 29.01. So we just updated this. It's up to date, and it's always good to update your software. It could potentially create issues if you don't. So I actually was trying to record with this 1222, and I couldn't get my active captain to work with like the helm feature and record. And I actually made a video on how to record, but I couldn't, for some reason I couldn't get my Wi-Fi network to connect to my phone, and I updated the software and it fixed that problem. So there's always just little things that you might have issues with, and if you have any issues with your Garmin graphs, that you should probably, or any graphs for that matter, your Hummingbird's the same way, you should probably update it to the latest and greatest software, and that might fix your issue. If not, then obviously you can call customer service. But first thing customer service is going to get you to do is update the software. So it's always a good place to start, see if it fixes your issue, and if it doesn't, then go from there. Hopefully you guys liked the video. Hopefully this helps you do a software update on the EchoMap. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and we'll see you guys next time.